Hello. I believe you all can. You're funny. What's up, E24 Gaming? What's up, Noah? How are you? You guys, nobody told me yesterday that my microphone was too loud, but I listened to the VOD and it was definitely too loud. Alright, let me do the Pingarino. What the name of it? What the hell? Oh, Shao, you just tripped me up so bad. Only not because you posted. It's just there was so many spoilers there. I got confused. I thought Discord was glitching. Like when you put spoilers over that many things, it looks like to me that like the messages aren't loading, and I was like, is my Discord lagged? What's a bagel of time? What's up, Orange County Jackson? Message redacted. It's fine. It was just funny. Blisy confuzzled. I feel so... Dude, I felt so good after getting Pi Tesseract to work. And now I just feel like I can't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't have a lot of time to work on it. Like, I only have, you know, a few hours before, after stream, etc., etc. But just like, dude, I just like the other stuff I got to work instantly somehow. I had that shit up in a day, and like now I'm at a point where it's like, fuck. Like, I mean, it's just because my basics are so bad. Hey, what's up, Greenie? Thank you very much. Just have to go to Twitter, post it. Yeah, I'm really close to the end, but I didn't do much that isn't, and at this point, like, I replaced what, like, the few things I did figure out on my own, like, I replaced with your shit. Alright, we're in Mewtwo Town. Oh, I have to check my memberships, because I believe I'm at 58, not 59. Well, you know, the problem is I'm not super familiar with, like, I don't think any program I've ever made has used a for loop until this moment. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've only done, like, tiny baby basic stuff. There should be 2 Flowtimers. There we go. Oh yes, it's dark. Light! It's all learning process. Yeah, I guess so. The problem is how little I knew going into it, and it's just like, yeah, you need to know how to slice an array, and it's like, well, I don't even know, I really don't even know what an array is. And I did, like, stumble into some of the correct stuff. But yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't think I would be getting it done without you, is what I'm saying. Like, it wouldn't be possible for me without someone who just knows what to do. And holds the answers over my head like a puzzle, which is literally exactly what I need. Alright, where's the other one? Okay. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I need to work on doing... I need to do simpler stuff. But, yeah. That's what I'm here for. Once I get it fully good... And I didn't even look at GBI. I wanted to look at GBI. But I guess if I make all of your fake test IDs and they all end up working out totally fine, then there's just no reason for me to even look at upgraded. I must have asked the GBI guy 100 different questions today about... I must have asked the GBI guy 100 different questions about what is the best way to get, like, pixel perfect emulator style quality from it, you know? And I'm not going to be using any of it if we could just use the blurry pictures, which is funny. Which is nice, because it means I wouldn't have to rewrite, because I'd have to... Otherwise, I'd have to rewrite some of the inputs on the, whatever it's called. The box controller. Because... it won't work with, the way it resets is different than the other one, so I would have to make it do another thingy. Yeah. That's so loud. Alright. And now we wait. We wait while we listen to Dragon Ball Z music. Buddy, what are you doing? Did he jump up there on his own, Mandy? What can't you find? Our Wi-Fi network is down? Let me go. Oh, okay, let me reset my Wi-Fi. Luckily, I know how to reset the Wi-Fi without resetting my internet. Wireless, primary network settings. Good luck, Blisy. Definitely understand the coding feelings. I barely understand the Gen 1. Yeah. What's saw? Turn your Wi-Fi off and on. It might show up. Perfect. What's soft 3 under, softest reset make? Shiny is the sun. That's right. Shiny is the sun, dude. The reporting feature on the most recent scripting files that might end up being useful for debugging the problem spots. It might show up, for example, there's a discrepancy. And then intended. Okay. It's only going to be worth it to check it out. I'm at the point where I really want to get, like, let this bot rip, you know what I mean? We're mad late on the TV. The hell? We were also late on the seed, but I think that's only by like 2 or 1. 2 seed late. 2 seed late. That's not Joe. Is Joe? What are you talking about? This is a different save file, bro. This is a save file I played through. in high school. Joe is from my Japanese version. He's in leaf green. He's not even in fire red. Joe Mama, damn. Bobby fucking owned me. Damn. I got. Yo, Bobby, that fucking Trapinch. Your trainer ID is 420. Insane. Did I even use Blastoise in my Nuzlocke? I guess he must have been my starter. But yeah, I played through the save file in high school. I played through it in participation in government class. I don't know if you guys have had that type of class, but it's a class where you basically like you have to do community service and you have to like learn about the history of different important governmental decisions, and like our class would host like fake debates on them sometimes and stuff like that, and it was just a boring class and no one cared very much. And does Bobby have that role? Who has that role? There's a few people who have that role. But the I forgot who made that role. Bobby's been a mod for a really long time, so I don't know if he gave that role to himself. But he's been mod for really long. Bobby was never at risk of. I think there's one actual person who has that role. There's literally one person who has it, because I asked the mods about it once. But yeah, oh yeah, but here I'll send this to. This person is the only person who has the role for real, Shao. I think Servi made the role. But oh, I wasn't paying attention to the timer. Oh gosh, I'm gooning out. I'm gooning out. Dude, we spent so long DMing each other back and forth about RNGing because I didn't write down. I didn't really write down any of the things that I did to RNG the birds. So I couldn't remember any of my settings as you were asking me all those questions. And so I just had to go back into XDCheck and stuff and like try and remember and help you. But yeah, we had this participation in government class, and it was very boring, and you know, nobody really did anything in it. And my friend, my two friends, my friend Connor, who is my best man now, and my friend Brian, who, you know, I mean, we weren't like super good friends or anything. We were like classroom friends, you know what I mean? But we all had fire red, and leaf green. I think Brian had leaf green, Connor and I had fire red. And so what I did was took all of our games to my house one day after school, reset my game a bunch of times so all three of us could start with all three starters, and then we all played through the game and raced each other to see who could get to the end the fastest. And that was what I did in participation in government class in high school. Yeah, and shinies are not possible for XD, but you can make them have good stats and stuff. Yeah, that was my participation in government class. It was super boring and you know, just a good class. I liked playing Pokemon in school. Yeah. What's up? Oh, we could figure it out. I want to pause the music because I'll just Google. Like, it was quick. It says press and hold. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Had to help. Had to do technology assistance. Amanda was chatting in Zoom and my loud voice was distracting her. Is there a reason Ace has not been possible in Ruby and Sapphire? It's been possible for a while. Murph, hello? Murph made a proof of concept a long time ago, I think. But I believe Sleipnir said that he was gonna be working on making it, like, good. But I could be wrong. Why is Emerald the most broken Pokemon game? I don't think it is, but it's gotta be up there, right? It has to be up there with brokenness. Diamond and Pearl are getting there. The retail Ace setups are The retail ace setups are getting really good for Gen 4. I mean, RBY and GSC are both close to each other. I think you can do more with GSC than you can in Emerald. Probably. Well, Emerald has ace, so I guess probably not. But yeah. What's up, Shadow Renegade? How you doing? Yeah, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl didn't have arbitrary code execution though. Imagine that shit drops day one. They have arbitrary code execution. The ace is possible. Like, unlike, yeah. I mean, Emerald was clearly very rushed, I think. Emerald was very, very rushed. I think that much is obvious. Dude, you know what pisses me off? There is this person on Twitter who always talks about bugs in Gen 3 or Ruby Sapphire, etc. And she constantly sources, like, she'll constantly paste snips of the source code for Emerald that was obtained somewhere else and being like, here's the bug, and it's the source code. And it's like, just use Pokepret. Why are you using the dumped source? It can't even be as useful as Pokepret. May the TV gods be with you. Thank you, Spec. In terms of glitches that impact you in normal play without, like, going out of your way to find them, Emerald may be up there with Gen 1. If you're actually trying to beat... The factory is such a big deal in completing Emerald, I agree with you. I think a big downside for Emerald, anyway, for me, also hi Tama, is that all of this stuff was discovered very late. Like, Gen 1 had Missigno fucking day one. You know what I mean? That shit was just there. And in fact, it shocked me when I met a person who played Gen 1 when it came out, who was the same age as me. And like, she was the same. She's literally, she's only like 2 weeks older than me. You know, played Gen 1 when it came out and was like, what's Missigno? I was like, what the fuck do you... You were in first grade at the same time as me. You didn't know what Missigno was? What do you mean? Like, I literally couldn't comprehend it because it was such a big thing in my school, you know? The factory synchronizer's not working. Well, synchronizer does work. Well, I also don't even count Missigno as a negative. Missigno does not impact the game in any... In fact, Missigno is pretty much clearly only a positive impact. You could clone the items with it, and you could also do the, like, that's how I caught, Tauros in Gen 1, was using the Safari Zone trick. Oh. I was 2 seeds early that time. Oof. Oh, badge boost is actually a pretty big deal. I actually have to agree. I thought that was intentional though, Tama. Was it a bug? What's up, Dr. Jim? How you doing? I'm almost certain it's intended. Go to Pret. To Pokepret. Going to Pokepret and type synchronize. I mean, no. It's only in Emerald, Shao. Synchronize doesn't do anything in all of Gen 3 except Emerald. Here's what you say to, I don't know, here's what I'll say to you, Tama. I want to be clear about something. They did this in Sword and Shield. They intentionally removed Synchronize working on stationary legendaries in Sword and Shield. It only works on overworld encounters. So there is some level of precedent. But let's see. Let's see if there's a way to... I have to find... Does Wild Encounter and Static Encounter have... Hold on, I have to... There is only one Wild Encounter section that I can see. I am playing on a DS. I don't play on my GBA too often, honestly. I'm just Googling in Pokepret right now to see, like, how Synchronize doesn't work on stationaries because the game doesn't pick a nature for stationaries? What do you mean? That makes sense. So, not a bug, just silly. Just weird programming. Then I would put broken RNG in the same category as Gen 1 stuff. Is my DS overclocked? It is, yeah. Yeah, Emerald's initial seed not working is a very big deal. It's like it's a very big deal. It's very like a very big fuck up. It is impactful of the game. I will say it's similar to kids, like the badge boost didn't really, I mean, it surely did affect you as a kid, but you just didn't know it, you know what I'm saying? But So same with the random, the random seed thing. Surely it affected you on some level. You just, since you were a kid, you didn't understand game mechanics, at all. You didn't know. Yo, what's good, Squid? How you doing? Yeah. I mean, a lot of things about, like, to be fair, that's just like Gen 1, where, Gen 1, people list all these things that are bugged about it, and it's like, none of it mattered. Nobody knew. Nobody knew how toxic worked when we were 8. I think the game is easy enough that you would never notice the badge boost being a problem unless you were... Yeah, plus what kids use boosting moves? I never clicked a move that wasn't a damage move until I was like 14, probably. Like, there's no shot. I was clicking defense curl 6 times when I was 8. You know what I mean? I find that Pokemon games, even when they are glitchy, somehow the negative, like the downside of the glitch isn't usually, it doesn't really affect you. Like, they always tend to be glitched in like ways that I end up being cool. Boosting moves are useless in PvE? No, I don't think that's true. Depends on the boosting move. I'll tell you, in black and white version, in black and white version, I basically only beat the Elite Four every time because I have a Lilligant with Sleep Powder and Quiver Dance. Like, I just would sleep the first Pokemon and Quiver Dance 6 times with Lilligant, and then I would kill their whole team with Petal Dance. And I had own tempo on my Lilligant, so it didn't matter. Yeah, I think boosting moves are definitely... They let you, when you are an adult human being with big brain, they let you actually fight, gym leaders and stuff under-leveled in, like, a cool way. I don't know. I don't really think any... I mean, I think Black and White is easy every time because I always use Lilligant because it's one of my favorite Pokemon, and it gets fucking Quiver Dance, and so it just destroys the whole game. And it's like, yeah, I could use a Pokemon that isn't Lilligant on my team. Of course I could, if I wanted a challenge, but I don't. I want to use Lilligant because I like it. Like, why would I do any... You know what I mean? I don't know. Pokemon doesn't have to be hard. Pokemon is a kid's game. Pokemon should be hard for kids. Not hard, but like... I don't know. When I was playing Pokemon, I was like 7. It's like, how well do you have reading down when you're 7? You know what I mean? I remember my mom held the Game Boy and read certain things to me. Who in the Mewtwo team? Are you I Am Billy? I don't know who I Am Billy is. I will say the biggest, the IV glitch in the factory is a big fucking deal. It actually, it also means, because of the way the initial seed is, you're probably getting a lot of the same team, like Pokemon on reset when you, you're probably getting a lot of the same Pokemon on reset when you, like, lose and have to start over again. You're always just getting a bunch of shitters because the seed is broken. I hit the seed twice now. I'm gonna be way off on my shit now, but I had to adjust the seed. I was missing it too. I was missing the seed too much. So. Missing the seed too much. A lot of the bad Gen 1 things are, like, honestly, sort of intentional. Shit like... like things that, like, can be annoying are just, like, weird intentional shit in Gen 1. And it's like, yeah, this shit's weird. My name isn't I'm a Billy. Stuff like the way freeze works in Gen 1 was intentional. It's super annoying. The way sleep works in Gen 1, super annoying, very intentional. You know what I mean? Like, those are annoying. But, like, how many AIs have sleep moves? I don't know. I think one of the more annoying parts about Gen 1 is AI not having PP. That's pretty annoying. Hello, Kim Ferguson. What's up? Dude, these bots are brutal. Smogon is looking into implementing a freeze clause. I know, it pissed me off. I got really mad about the freeze clause because... Is this a different bot? I think it was. I got really annoyed about the freeze clause because they are idiots. They would... To me, it is it is ridiculous to claim to have an accurate simulator and then also mod the game. Like... You're not playing the real game at that point. Like, why would I play fucking OU? Like, like, what the hell, man? Like, what? You're gonna mod fucking multiple freezes out of Pokemon because you're mad Jirachi has a 20% chance to freeze with Ice Punch in Gen 3 and 4? Like, there are so many ways to go about it, but they literally said, one of the admins of the OU tier literally said that they believed that complex bans and, like, complex clauses were worse than modding the game. Because, like, in my mind, if you view freeze as, like, a big problem, if you're sitting there thinking, like, okay, freeze is fucking up our game. Yes, Stadiums 1, 2, both Colo, XD, and I think even PBR all have the option to have a freeze clause. Accurate simulator versus just in the game is a very heated debate. Yeah, anyone who thinks adjusting the game is the right play is not like I don't understand why you're playing Pokemon then. Just make your own game if you don't want to play Pokemon. No, Sleep Clause and Freeze Clause is implemented in all of those games the way Showdown wants to implement them. Like, to me, the other side of that debate has literally no justification. They have no grounds for it. They literally said that they would rather mod the game than make a complex clause. I think it's literally 100% invalid. Like, it is absolutely invalid. If you want to play with Freeze Clause, play Stadium. Like, you... like what? Like, just make your own fucking video game. I'm not trying to play, like, when I boot up, I'm not trying to play some fake-ass fucking meta that can't exist. I don't know. Like, again, and Sleep Clause is different. Like, people keep talking about Sleep Clause. You can use Sleep Clause on cartridge. Every cartridge player always plays with Sleep Clause. Sleep Clause is not... The game literally doesn't let you put 2 Pokemon to sleep. Sleep Clause is you can't click sleep twice. And if you do click sleep twice, you lose. That is what Sleep Clause is, for the record. We were 1 seed late there. 1 seed late. Like, I don't think like, you can't compare Black and White to Stadium or to even PBR. They're different games. They are not the same game. Yeah, they also don't... Yeah, they won't... Yep. But, like, for me, like, okay, if you think... If you, like, think freeze is a problem, I think, and you want to preserve, like, I think the #1 goal should be accuracy to the fucking cartridge. What's the point of a sim otherwise? You're not simulating. You're literally not simming. It's not a simulation. It's a lie. It's made up. Like, you couldn't play that on cartridge. It does involve modifying the game very specifically. I mean, like... Well, my thought process wasn't to ban all moves that... My thought process would be, if you want to nerf freeze, if you want only 1 freeze in a game, what you do is... Yeah, but then they're not interested in playing Pokemon to me. It doesn't make any sense. So for me, if you wanted to... If you wanted to do anything about freeze, what you do is implement freeze and sleep in the same way. You implement sleep and freeze in the same way, which is if you the player, like if you put in 2 of an opponent's Pokemon to sleep, you lose the game. If you freeze, and if you freeze 2 of the opponent's Pokemon, you forfeit the game. And now, yes, freeze is a move with a 10% random chance, or if you're Jirachi, you know, higher than that. But, like, what that means is that if you are clicking Ice Punch, or you're clicking Ice Beam, you can't use it as a spam move. Like, if you freeze something, then it becomes, the onus is on you to not click Ice Beam unless you think it's gonna fucking kill. I mean, I like Smogon singles quite a lot. Yeah, you just nerf freeze that way. To me, it's a very clear way to nerf the move. The status is you make it so that it's not like, because think about how many Pokemon run ice moves as just like a random neutral throw out move. Like Swampert will run Ice Beam, Blisy will run Ice Beam occasionally. Like every Pokemon is fucking running Ice Beam if they can learn it. And it's just like, yeah, you should just have, like, it literally negates freeze fishing. Because if you click that move and it's not going to KO a Pokemon, you're in fucking trouble. No, it's not Pokemon, though. I doubt Frostbite is coming back. Frostbite seems like a very... All the status conditions in Legends Arceus were very specific. Lose the game if you freeze the second. Sounds way better than a game mod. Yeah, but I mean, I mean, the thing is, lose the game if you want. Because it's on you. Like that, the reason it's not a big deal to me is because it's on you. You can choose not to click Ice Punch. You know what I mean? The hell? I'm not even gonna calc this why I did so bad. Yeah, like you can choose not to click Ice Punch. You can choose not to click Ice Beam. You can choose not to do these things. And what? It's gonna nerf Hail? I'm just saying that they shouldn't fucking call it a sim. Like, there's a difference between, like, I play Project M. Of course I think modding a game is cool. But, like, if they want to... You can choose not to use Ice Punch. It punishes the player who is spamming the ice move. Not the person getting hit. Like, I don't think it's invalid to want to play a perfect Pokemon game where there is a, like, you know, there's no random freeze, or random freeze can't occur more than once. Or, yeah, that's how it worked, Green Darkness, yeah. So, it's just like, if, like, I don't think it's wrong. Yes, exactly, Spec. Spec is, it's exactly what I think it should be. So basically, if you are, like you can't. Freezing is OP. So Smogon wants to mod freezing out so it only freezes one Pokemon. And then after that, an ice move like Ice Punch or Ice Beam or anything like that will not have the chance to freeze again until the other Pokemon is thawed. I think modding and then calling yourself a sim is not really good because you are not a simulator at that point. And it's fine if you want to play an idealized, weird version of Pokemon, but don't call yourself a simulator. You're not a sim. My suggestion would be to, if a player, let's say you are a Jirachi player and you use Ice Punch with Jirachi and it freezes something, if you, the Jirachi player, freeze another enemy Pokemon, you lose the game. So it makes it so that you should not be clicking Ice Punch multiple times. It disincentivizes you from clicking Ice. Basically, it punishes you for getting lucky with a 10 or 20% chance because of basically just freezing the opponent's Pokemon. That would be my go-to solution for that type of thing if you thought freeze was that big of a deal. What is your favorite OU meta? Probably 4. Although, I quite like 3. That's what I'm saying, Squid. That's what I'm saying. Yes, when you say that you have Sword and Shield OU and you can only freeze one Pokemon, even though that can't ever happen in the real games. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't have a problem with fucking Natdex OU because, yeah, whatever. It's just a fantasy thing. You know what I mean? Who cares? Like, it's fine, dude. Yeah, if it is specifically Jirachi is the problem, you could say Serene Grace. Like, if a Serene Grace user freezes 2 Pokemon, you lose, yeah. Something like that. And freeze fishing is, like, also status conditions like freeze and other things are in the game the way they are because they want to prevent as many really long battles as they can. They intentionally made it so you could just randomly win a game by freezing 6 dudes because they want some games to be like that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to get... We've already gotten quite hung up on it. I don't want to get too even more hung up on it, but I just think it's goofy. I just think it's like a crazy... To me, it's just like... The concept that this was even entertained is insane to me. I cannot relate to their mindset at all. Like, I can relate to the mindset of wanting a better metagame and wanting to mod the game and change it, but I can't relate to, like, claiming to, like, yeah, I don't know. Dude, my shit has been, why stop there, remove sleep clause? No, I think you should remove the sleep mod, where it causes sleep moves to miss if you click it a second time. Yeah, I actually do think that you should remove sleep mod. Sleep clause should just be done the way it is on cartridge, where it doesn't let you, like, if you click sleep twice, you fucking lose. That's how it works on cartridge, dude. And I also think it opens up for potentially, like, weirdo, interesting win cons. Like, I think it allows for a weird trapper encore win con where you trap someone who use a sleep move or something and encore them into it. Something weird like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I mean, I literally believe that, like, encores. But also, like, it gives you the ability, like, I don't know. So if you sleep twice on cartridge, it just, no. Yeah, you just play with the rule. It's just an agreement. The game doesn't do anything automatically. It's just 2 players agreeing to a rule set. It's just the rules of engagement. Yeah, it's just like you say, like, yeah, you did this shit, like, I win, duh. And then they agree. It's like, yeah. It's not an unspoken rule, it's a spoken rule. You say, like, we're playing with sleep clause, right? And then the other person's like, yeah, I want a competitive match where I don't spam. Like, dude, this is one of my least favorite things about VGC. One of my least favorite things about VGC, I remember, you could still find the battle on my channel, I'm sure. Yeah, you could still find it on my channel, I'm sure, but when I was first getting into VGC, I played a guy who used a Trick Room Musharna. It was Z Trick Room. And I believe Z Trick Room increases, it causes a gravity effect, which increases accuracy of moves. And so the Musharna Z Trick Roomed, and then it just spammed Hypnosis on my entire team. I ended up winning the battle, but it was just so stupid. It's just such a lame. It's just so lame. It's like, why though? Like, why is that like an interesting win strategy for you to like put asleep 3 Pokemon? I don't know. To me, it's crazy that they like, because older Nintendo Game Freak style tournaments did have a sleep clause. That's why sleep clause is in Stadium, is because they used to run it with sleep clause. But I think they just want to have as little, I think they, you know, Pokemon Company or Game Freak or whatever, want to have as little game editing as possible. Like, I think they view it as like confusing to people, right? Does that make sense? Like, they think it's confusing to people if like you can't put 2 Pokemon to sleep or something like that. Like, that's what my current theory is, but I don't know. What's up, anime lover? It's just lame. It's not even that it's not manageable. I literally just don't. I just think it's not. I just think it's lame. I don't know if Battle RNG is crypto secure. Battle RNG has been cracked in a lot of the older games, though. I will say that much. I'm skewing late. Changing my shit again. Yeah, I don't know. But like, again, I guess what is the point of saying like, oh, this is lame? Because like the concept of what is lame is like very subjective, you know what I mean? I think that's just because the nature of the format of VGC is that setup is bad. So evasion and baton pass are inherently bad because having only 4 Pokemon makes it too hard to succeed with that style of strategy. Yeah, the Chansey stuff does see some. There is some Chansey cheese that occasionally is around there. I just popping around. Excuse me. Yeah, it's just harder. Given that setup is so prominent in singles, like, setup is like the main way you play singles, you know what I mean? I think that style of strategy appeals to me more, is like having your 1 or 2 guys that are just like gonna rip through the enemy team after planning and doing a bunch of work to make sure that they're in a spot where they can succeed. That's pretty appealing to me, but it is really hard to parse whether you enjoy. I don't know if I have the capacity to do it, or it's like how to parse. Do I enjoy something because that is how I came up playing it, versus do I just think it's enjoyable? Do you know what I mean? It's like this. It's like asking like, oh, do you just like this game for nostalgia, versus do you actually think it's really good? And it's like really hard for me to tell, because it just can be hard to tell. You know what I mean? It's like, do I like singles because that was how I was introduced into the competitive scene, and so singles are just really interesting and fun to me? Or like, do I like singles more because I actually enjoy them more? Ugh. It's not necessarily about what other people care, Shao. It's more like, for me, parsing internally why I like a thing. I always think it's interesting to think about why I enjoy a piece of media, or, you know, whatever the fuck, right? Like, it's like, why do I enjoy, like, you know, why do I enjoy a given movie or a given show or a given book, or why do I even enjoy a given activity? Like, why do I enjoy the sound of the ocean? Like, you know, even though I don't really like beaches very much, stuff like that. You know, I think that is kind of interesting, in regards to, like, it's just interesting to and helpful to figure out who you are as a person. For me anyway, it's helpful for me to figure out more about myself when I think about things that way, if that makes sense. So that's why I like to think about that stuff, and like it's like, who knows, like, do I only like thinking about that stuff because it's nostalgic? It's quite a rabbit hole, I guess, but yeah. Have you considered why do I enjoy hunting Mewtwo? I like, well, here, this is another good question. You know what, Lappy, you jest. You jest, oh wise hiker finding Lapras. But I've actually I've thought about this to myself before. Do I like Fire Red and Leaf Green RNG, specifically TGTV, because I think the skill challenge is fun? Because I do tend to think that Fire Red and Leaf Green is interesting because it is difficult, right? It is, you know, double frame perfect, triple frame perfect stuff, right? I think that's really fun and interesting. But do I like it more than I would otherwise because Hefe and I developed a lot of the methodology together. Like, I wrote programs for TGTV, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I've thought to myself, do I like this more than I would otherwise because I was integral into its methodology working out, and like introduction to the English speaking player base. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've thought to myself, do I enjoy it more than I would otherwise because of that? And I think the answer is, with TGTV specifically, yes. I think that TGTV specifically I enjoy more because I helped introduce it to the Western world, like English speaking world. I wrote I wrote a better version of a program that already existed for it. So I like was proud of that, right? Then I like it is helpful because I do like getting perfect IV'd Pokemon, you know? But it's like, well, excuse me. It's like, well, is this all that? Is it all just because I like? And the thing is that the answer is no, because there are other ways to get perfect IV Pokemon in Fire Red and Leaf Green. You know, finding more seeds is one of them, right? And like part of the reason I put off automation so long, I think, is because not automation, but like seed gathering so long is because like I was like, you know what, I can get whatever 5 IV Pokemon I want because through TGTV. I could get whatever, 5 IV Pokemon I want through TGTV. Like, I don't need to do all of this seed finding bullshit. And it's just because it's like, you know, TGTV isn't the most practical, manip of all time, to say the least, right? Like, it is something that, you know, and it's not even the most accessible, right? Like, it, you know, a triple frame perfect input is probably never going to be accessible, right? There are going to be people who just see, oh, 3 frame perfect inputs, I'm never doing that, you know? And that's fucking justifiable, dude, you know? So, yeah. That's my thoughts on why I like TGTV. Was it Magic Freak? Or even if you do use TGTV to get the wait time, yeah. Tell the Volibee story again. Why would I do that? I have no problem telling it again. But hold on. I have to do a bit of shilling. Hello, everyone. We are only at half the likes of the viewers that we have. If you guys are having a good time, I'm trying to be, you know, a bit chill. It's late here for me. I'm a little bit sleepy. So if you guys are having a good time, please consider dropping the likes to help me out into the algo. But, you know, if you're not, that's fine too. You're one of those people who sees the 3 frame per inputs and goes, nah, I could never. Yeah, I get it. I think, and even like this is like how deep the rabbit, like it's not necessarily deep the rabbit hole goes, but it's more along the lines of like I think my love of this I think my love of this this love of type of difficulty, like execution testing. This execution testing, I think I enjoy so much because I play Are you still in your call? You what? You're sleepy. Is it? So you just hung up, you said goodbye to everybody? I just said you say goodbye to them? Like you just ended the call? Yeah, put on Bounty Rescue, go to nap, and then when well, cause I'm gonna wake you up to go to bed. Turn on Bounty Rescue. Oh, you're gonna sit on it in your chair? You're not gonna go on the couch? Oh, but I was thinking about this. I'm pretty sure I like TTTV and like execution-based difficulty because of how much I like, because of how much I grew up liking Super Smash Bros. Melee. Like, Melee is a bunch, like, yes, it's a bunch of other things, but it has lots of execution tests in it. And I just think that those are fun. So, you know, I think that's probably at least part of the reason I enjoy TGTV so much. Is just like, yeah, I like execution tests, I've come to realize. Go to a tipped whenever I find my SID in leaf green. Nice. What's up, Kawika King? How you doing? You're getting all the shiny legendary mythics that you can emerald. Nice, Kawika. I've been using your method to manipulate shiny bag on an emerald. 38 minutes for each attempt. Frame is 138621. Got it once, accidentally killed it. Why don't you use a battle video, Polish assassin? Please. God. What am I actually adjusting on the new Flowtimer? What do you mean? Change some sprinklers. Oh my gosh. Sorry. You guys are getting low energy blisy today. Well, Jirachi is pretty easy if you have channel. You have a video on how to RNG legendaries with good IVs in Gen 4? Yeah, I have tons of Gen 4 RNG minute vids. They're a bit outdated, but I'll get to them eventually to do it with Pokefinder. Well, I typed a new number and there was it 4. Well, I missed my frame. You know, I missed my target by an amount that was unsatisfactory to me. So I put it in a calculator that knows how early or late it was. And then I adjust it to be a few frames earlier, a few frames later. You gotta know what inspired me to make a YouTube channel. Armel, I'm here to give me a good shiny luck. Well, thank you, Armel. Oh my gosh. You're nuts, Polish. You gotta know what inspired me to make a YouTube channel. Well, Marlo, I'll tell you. I basically felt like when I was first learning RNG, a lot of the written guides were like RNG. I feel like it's something that if you have a I'm trying to phrase this right because I'm bad at phrasing things, I think. Sometimes when you read it's like when you're first learning about it, especially when you're reading the descriptions only of it, you can have a lack of confidence in what the actual execution of the steps are because you're supposed to be playing a video game. And so that I thought, you know, having visual examples of me doing the RNG manips would be a good resource to have for other people who struggled with confidence in their decision making when learning RNG for the first time. And it's not even just like, well, I don't even think, you know, one or the other should be, you know, the end all be all of like a guide or anything like that. Just if that makes sense. Like it should be something like, I've hit this one before, have I not? We're just gonna retry. Like like, I can't cover everything for, you know, RNG in one video, right? So, like, I have to make, you know, a ton of different videos. I have to do different things, etc., etc. And it's like my videos can get outdated compared to the tools that get released, stuff like that. And so I just thought that having, because there were some videos out there of people doing RNG manips, but they were really only for black and white version. Yeah, they were really only for black and white version. They weren't really for Gen 3 or anything. And they were also just like hand cams pointed at DSs. So I bought a loopy capture card and I got to work. And that was pretty much how why I wanted to do anything on YouTube. It was a bit of a long-winded answer, but there you go. And now it's just sort of become a way to spread news of like just, I don't know, man. It's just like a cool, different way to play the game. A lot of people found it. I think it's cool too. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm in my own, like, I don't know, like, like sometimes I feel like I'm in my own head about how, like, cool or interesting or whatever the fuck I think RNG manips is, and it's just like I have to, like, I need to think about how, like, echo chambery I am about my own, like, hobby or whatever. I don't really know how the word I'm trying to think of here, but it's just like I am, oh my gosh, my nose is itchy. Like, I think this stuff is very cool and interesting and fun, and it is like a big part of how I experience the games, be them new or old, right? And I view a lot of my experience in said games through the lens of this version of the hobby. And it's just like, I have to remember, like, that not everyone is interested in doing this weird thing. And so it's like, you know, it can only get so popular or something like that. And it's just like, but I don't know. I'm sure I would have thought that this was cool if I was, like, you know, fucking 14 and all this stuff existed and I knew about it back then. So I don't know. Yeah. Your videos have helped me a lot with RNGing shinies. It helped me get a shiny Poipole, Zapdos, Groudon, Virizion, Draco, Guzzlord, and Q-Charm TDSID. Oh, that's awesome, Marlo. Well, thank you. I am glad. I do think it's cool. I do think it's cool that sometimes people end up like sometimes people end up just like trying the craziest shit for their first RNG minute. And it's just like, damn, like, times have changed. Like, I'll still never, I've talked about it a few times because I just think it's just insane to me. Laura B came in and the first RNG she ever did was for the Swablu. Like, Colo Blink co-search shit. Like, some tough ass shit. And I'm like, I cannot believe this is the route that you've taken. Like, that was literally impossible. Sorry, I forgot to mute the beeps, by the way. That was an impossible first RNG for her to have done, like, 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, basically everyone, you know, several years ago, their first RNG was a black and white RNG, probably, right? Or a Sun and Moon RNG when those games came out, and RNG was discovered literally day one. I hit you. This is the same quiet. Oh, that's pretty okay. I was gonna say. I'm sure this one is also inaccurate, by the way. I mean, literally, it wasn't possible. Was late one on my seed, so I will not adjust. Just want to say thank you for your help by RNG. Manipulate an exact replica of the Rayquaza I accidentally reverse cloned out of my game. He's my favorite and I miss him. I owe you big. Oh, that's actually really cool that you have an exact copy of him. Did you have his PID and stuff before, or what have you? That's really cool. Congratulations on your reobtaining of your old friend. You know, when I was a kid, did anyone else ever think this? When you released Pokemon, this might have been just a me thing. I don't know. I used to think that when you released Pokemon with the feature in your PC, that they literally went into the wild and you could re-find the Pokemon that you released. Like I like thought that like I could release like my level 80 Blastoise and I could go into surfing routes and I would find him again eventually. I used to think that, for real. I don't know if anyone else thought that. I don't think people realize how good the IV on some of these RNG shinies are at first. I don't think a lot of people care about IVs as much. I don't know. Especially in the older games. The problem I have when you get to the frames I'm hunting with, none of the IVs match. Got shiny Solrock didn't match. Did you try different methods, Polish Assassin? Yeah, those are obvious because they have the, but they only show, don't they only show up if you do a game link? Like, don't those ends Pokemon only show up if you link Black and White 1 with Black and White 2? I'm not sure though. Yes, you totally thought that too. That was a popular schoolyard rumor. Your brother did that? Okay, good. I guess because I'm pretty sure I just thought that on my own. I didn't understand what the purpose of releasing a Pokemon was, couldn't read, and thought I was sending my Pokemon somewhere to be like permanently displayed in a museum. I don't know why you thought that. Or why I thought that. I'm not... That sucks, Tama. That is sad. I know for sure I released my Blastoise. Basically, like 1 for 1 with that mentality when I was a kid. Want to play tomorrow? I don't think I can play tomorrow. I could play Saturday though, Clay. When I first saw the release thing, I thought it just meant that they would be there outside the ball when you existed. That sucks, Ron Motto. Oh gosh, kids are something else. I'm pretty sure I could read when Pokemon came. What is like a... It's like an average like reading level for like a first grader. Surely I could read some things. Because I do remember my mom reading some of the text to me. I do remember her reading a little bit of it to me. Like, I have a very vivid memory of my mom reading the first rival battle to me. Like, I remember her reading, like, okay, do you want to battle, use an item, check your Pokemon party, or do you want to run? And I told her run, and then the game didn't let me. It was literally my first rival battle. With like the tutorial battle after you pick your Pokemon. I wanted to run. I didn't want to fight. That's a true story. I know I was always an above average reader as a kid. because that was one of the many metrics that they used to tell me that, look, you're so good at this, yet you are lazy. Not realizing they're like, perhaps there's a medical problem here. It is not just lazy person. That's all. Was he like, yes, even as a child, I was a pacifist. Like, my mom always tells this story of when I think this is probably part of the reason I hate when anyone ever tells me I'm smart even a little bit. Is because it feels like I've wasted my potential in some capacity. Like, I feels like I could have been doing more with my life than kook. But, like, my mom always tells me of this time when I was like I think she said I was like 1.5, because she was pregnant with my brother, and my brother is 1.5 years younger than me, and she was walking down the stairs, and I was like literally like a 1.5-year-old baby, and I said, "Don't forget to use the banister, Mom." That's what I said to my mom when I was like 1.5, and my mom said a lady behind her like was confused. She was like, "What? How old is that kid?" I know that I'm like, I know that like a lot of my language comprehension was above whatever the fuck my like typical age group was stuff. Again, they used it just sort of as like a, you're smarter than this, like to not do your homework, etc. So I could read 99% of the game I was in the first grade with some words like seismic were new to me. I feel like that must be where I was at, but I truly don't remember enough. I was very slow to learn and read and could not read well until like 2nd grade. My ADHD just decided I didn't see the point in it and memorize things my teacher showed me instead of learning to read. Jesus. That's crazy. That sucks. I don't know how to say words to that. Sorry, I just talked about how good I was at reading when I was the same age. My brother was really slow to reading. He had dyslexia. I always felt really bad for him. They tried so hard just to like force him to read, and he just like couldn't because he fucking saw all the letters backwards and shit. It's fucked up. And like this, like my parents had to fight to get an IEP so he could have things read to him. Like, my brother's not fucking stupid. Like, my brother's a smart guy. Like, he just literally sees like the letter B and D backwards and shit. You didn't learn to read until I was given a Pokemon book. It had to be Pokemon. That is true ADHD. Yeah. I'm a similar way in terms of, or I was, and kind of am still to this day, but like reading was just something that I liked as a kid. So, you know, if you like something, you're ADHD'd out of your skull, you're just going to do the thing that you like. Reading ended up something. I think it's because oh my God, was Harry Potter? No fucking shot Harry Potter was out when I was in 1st grade. Not the fucking movie. Jesus Christ. Okay, 97. Oh my God. Wait, did Harry Potter come out before Pokemon came out in America? Wait, what? Hold on, my mind is fucked. Oh my God, wait, hold on. It did. What the hell? This is anyway, point being, I believe I believe so I was correct. So basically, I'm fairly certain Harry Potter was out at this point, and I loved Harry Potter. So my mom would read Harry Potter to me, and I liked it so much, I would read the book to her as well. Like, we would read the book back and forth to each other. But then my mom wanted to read the books so bad because she liked them so much. She would read them without me, and it would make me mad. And so I started hiding the books so she couldn't read them without me, because I am a fucking 7-year-old trying to spend time with my mother, and she wasn't interested. She just wanted to read the book. Anyway. I couldn't tell you the timeline. Like, the truth is, I just can't remember not reading. It's just been so long. So, like, I can only go off of what my mom tells me. And all she does is talk about how I am so smart and wasted my life going into food industry. It's like, wow, thanks, Mom. I sure do love having a conversation with you. She sent me a text the other day that I still haven't answered because I just don't want to read it. She sent me a text that said, I wish you were this outgoing. And I'm sure there's some video or something. And it's just like, why? Why is this done to me? Why am I being bullied? I'm almost 30. Leave me alone. Like, why? What? Ugh. What's up, codename Hawkhead? I remember they started seeing me as an advanced student in 2nd grade because I knew how to pronounce and knew the meaning of the word ambidextrous. What is the education system? Good old. Maybe if you hadn't read Harry Potter without me, Mom, I'd work for NAS. That's a good. No, I do give her. I do. Well, no, I don't have a super. It's not really ADHD ignoring her. It's just I don't like. I don't get along with my parents super well, so I don't like always answer them. My mom is very mean a lot without, I think, understanding that she is extremely mean. So sometimes I get a text like that, and it's just basically bullying, and I'm just like, why have you sent this to me? Is your goal, like, it just feels like the goal was to make me feel bad about myself because I'm not outgoing enough. But there's this actually really funny story. I remember this super well. I was very young. I could not tell you how old I was. Surely I couldn't have been older than 6. I think I must have even, I must have been around 6 at kindergarten age. I asked my mom to guide me, like, while holding her hand. We were like out shopping somewhere. We were like out shopping somewhere, and we were going to Captain Video to rent a video. And I was like, Mom, guide me. I will close my eyes. And she was like, okay. And so I held her hand, and I walked with my eyes closed, and within 10 seconds, my head smacked into a parked car's side view mirror, and then I started crying. And I was like, wow, you didn't even watch me. You'd let me walk directly into this fucking car. And then I still, my mom is just like, this is why you have trust issues. I'm like, yeah, it is literally, Mom. You did it to me when I was 6. And then I've been anxious ever since. Yeah. I know, right, dude? That shit's fucking fucked up, dude. Oh, I fucking fucked up. Like, I was still holding her hand when I hit it. Alright. We'll give her another rip-a-roo. No calibration necessary. Guys, I'm starting to think I'm never going to get this Mewtwo. I've started a poll. Do you think I'll ever get the Mewtwo? Get wrecked, kid. Dude, you're bullying me now. I'm being bullied. Doing Pokemon Overworld RNG spamming Y. Nice job, Noah. Good luck. What's your target? Dude, I just hit the X button like 15 times. Wondering why the start button, like the start menu wasn't coming up as I was hitting X. It's like, hello. Dude, actually, I was so mad that they took away. Do you guys remember, like in Diamond and Pearl, you could set you also, like in Diamond and Pearl, you could set the start menu to come up with the start button, but it defaulted to X, and then they removed it from black and white. And I remember playing black and white, and I feel like I was unreasonably annoyed at the removal of such a feature. I was like, why can't this just be the start button? Why have you done this to me? You have to vote yes. I think we have 3 copies of Fire Red, I want to say. Surely both of my other copies of Fire Red are not 1.1, right? One of the other copies of Fire Red is Amanda's. I don't know where the third one came from. This happened with Emerald too, where we ended up with 3 copies because I didn't buy any English Emeralds secondhand. I had one growing up. That was my brother's, and now I have. And then we have one that was clearly, like, obviously Amanda's. And then we just had a third one. And it's the same with Fire Red. It's like one was obviously hers, one is mine. I know which one mine is because the label is fully ripped off the cartridge. But what is this mystery third one we've got? And so surely all of them are not 1.1 except mine. I thought L equals A is in all of them. Is it not? I have so many copies of Gen 1 games. I used to have so many copies of Blue version, I was just giving them away. I have given away Blue version to at least 3 people, and I think I still have more than... I certainly have at least 2 copies of Blue version still. I gave Blue version to my high school friend Jen. And I gave then I gave another Blue version to my friend in college, Misumi. Because they were both huge Pokemon fans. Because I remember Jen was in my economics class. And she told me she didn't have Blue for her collection. And I was like, I literally have 4 copies. Do you want this? And she was like, what? Because it was a field trip. And both of us didn't sign up to go to the field trip. So we were in the class. Just like with 2 other people. And I was like, yo, check it. Here's Blue version. And and I gave her that. And then I remember I gave one to Misumi as well. I can't remember. I think Misumi had never played Gen 1, even though she's like a big Pokemon fan. And she had never played Gen 1, so I was like, oh, here. And it was, you know, before 3DS Virtual Console stuff. And then I think I gave one... I want to say I gave one to my cousin in high school. Can't remember, though. Oh, there it is. Wow. The believers win, I guess, right? That's crazy. I run the poll and it's the one I get on the poll. I haven't thought of what to name this, this Mewtwo. I guess I should confirm it's the actual Mewtwo. The power of the poll. Ah, now we know. Alright. 250 is the Mewtwo. It's gonna be Timid. That's right, Timid Mewtwo with perfect stats. So we'll type it. We will do the honorary type in. Pokemon go to the polls. Alright, we will do the honorary type in. Here we go, everybody. Here we go. 250, 151, 152, 242, 152, 228. Hit calculate. Oh. Oh. Wait. Oh, it's 152. That's why that says that, right? There it is. There it is. Attack, so it is 31 in everything except attack, which is 14. Call him the pole. Yeah, I'm actually super down to call Mewtwo the pole. I don't have a dig user. I have a escape rope though. I don't really have a better name than Pole. Who has Fly? Do you have Fly? B-17 Bomber has Fly. Shout out to people who know about B-17 Bomber. Oh yeah, save my game. Save the game, correct. Good idea. Thank you, Greenie. Are you name writer? Nope. You're name writer, I think, right? Hello, hello, I'm the official name writer. Alright. I do quite like Pole. ColecoVision game? Yeah. Tama gets it. Somehow. Yes, correct. That is exactly what it's from. Yes, I think it is in television because the controller was weird. No, did they both have the weird controller? Fuck. Okay, I have to name it. I guess I'll go with Pole, right? What if I do Pole? Pole said yes. Fits. What a stupid name. I'm gonna do Pole Power, right? I feel like that's. The B-17 Bomber. Yeah, the voice module. I don't have any of the who's my favorite Pokemon and why? There's a tie between FRLG and Totodile. Probably because I always, for a long time, I thought Gold and Silver were my favorite Pokemon games for like a really long time, like until probably the remakes came out, honestly. And so I I like always loved Feraligatr. I just thought he was cool as fuck looking. He was my starter in that game. Totodile was really cute. That's pretty much it. No other reason. So nostalgia, I guess. Plus, I think Feraligatr looks cool. I want to get into a wild battle so I can show off the Sparkels. Oh, but yeah, I don't have any of those super old consoles like that. Like, I don't have an Atari, I don't have an Intellivision or a Coleco, but I do have a Pong console, which is super cool. I named the title of this stream at like 6 this morning. I didn't realize how unhinged it was. How many zeros I put in W. There's Pull Powers, shiny. Thanks for sharing. Mine is Sylveon. He was my first shiny in crystals. And even in Paps because of his blue ribbons. What is crystals? Crystal Z? I don't know what that is. The ROM hack or something? It got a green butt. It does, just have a little green tushy. What's up with the Gen 3 back sprites and ass? Alright, we'll run over to here. Does anyone know how to catch Pokemon on Emerald Battle Pyramid? I don't know how to do it, Wet Willy. Can't believe I got the Mewtwo tonight. I'm very excited about that. Yes, Riley, you've just missed it. Greenie has the clip, though. Greenie has the clip. Well, Sylveon isn't in Crystal, though. Yeah, Sylveon is not in that game. I should just trade this over right now. Fuck it, I'll do it. I will... Let's get the iToy out. Let's get the iToy out for the trade. Oh, that's Ruby. There we go. Meow. Where's my emerald? Oh, check out what I got for... Because I was sick of my GBA games just, like, sitting around. Look at this cool case I got for GBA games. They snap in, and they can hold 8 games a case. I found it on online, and we've had these for DS and GBA and Switch games for years, but I've never had them for GBA games. Did I say DS? I said DS, 3DS, and Switch games for years, but I've never had them for GBA. And so I finally found one because I could never find one. So I bought 2 of them. Even though 16 is probably more GBA games than I'll ever put in them, but yeah. Link cable. Have a good one, Quago. Thank you. I'm happy I got the Mewtwo too. Honestly, I really didn't think I was on point enough tonight to succeed at getting the Mewtwo. I was so far off the whole night. Gosh, I can't even record the SP. The SP is too bright. I need to get a useless creature. Oh, this Ninetales cannot be useful. But you had Will-O-Wisp actually for the one guy, right? I have such a hard time. I don't normally have a hard time trading away like random Pokemon garbage. But I always have a hard time trading away Crobat because like any friendship evolution Pokemon, I always feel bad about trading. Do you consider this harder than the Rayquaza? I don't know. It definitely took long. I've done a lot of TGTV RNGs. But I haven't really done a lot of... What's up, Blue Sky? How you doing? I've done a lot of TGTV RNGs, but I haven't really done... a lot of the painting RNGs. I've only done like 2 painting RNGs. 3. I've done 3 painting RNGs in Ruby and Sapphire, which is, you know, the hard way. Right? That's the that's the way without battle videos. And like Latias was not that bad. And neither was Swablu. Swablu I got in one stream, right? If I recall correctly. Why did I trade over the Mewtwo? Mewtwo goes to my Emerald is like my main Gen 3 game. That was a 6, baby. Yeah, Emerald is like my main Gen 3 game. So it's where I like do most of the that's where I send all my guys after I've captured them. So let's check out Mewtwo on Emerald, and then we'll call it a night for the stream. I only plan to stream until 9:30 EST anyway. Gotta go to bed. Amanda is basically falling asleep while she's crocheting, so we have to sleep. There you go. And we'll put Mewtwo in the PC for now. Well, it's just because Emerald is the one that has stuff to do. It's not even, like, comfy. It's like... Where are these other Mewtwo? Are you the same? Are these two different Mewtwo I've manipped? Surely not. What is my deal? They're both timid? Dude, I have fucking problems. Alright. That must be a clone, or I manipped the same Mewtwo spread twice. Just love a good... Well, have you seen my Zapdos collection? Tama, I know, has, because she has my fucking game, but... I have Mr. Z, I have Sonda, and then I also have Transistor. I thought there was another one somewhere else. You are... No, surely I have a I have a shiny Zapdos somewhere too. I think I have a shiny Zapdos. Is there not a shiny Zapdos in my Fire Red? Did I forget to trade him over? Did I hold on. I actually yeah, I think Voltaire is in the Mewtwo game. I think Voltaire is in the game. I caught the Mewtwo. I think I have a fifth one. No, Zapdos isn't the name I named him when I was 6. Or it was closer to 18. I was probably 17. This is Voltaire, isn't it? Fuck. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot to trade Voltaire over still. Forgot to trade Voltaire over. But yes, that Zapdos is from I respawned Zapdos with Ace, Shao. That's where Zapdos came. The Voltaire came from. Alrighty. I'm going to head to bed. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate your support and viewership and chatterness. I will see you guys tomorrow. I have Colo scheduled tomorrow, but that might change. But the time won't change. It'll be same time as tonight, about 7:30 EST. I'll start, and I'll probably go until similar time, about 9:30, something like that.